Let me walk you through a little bit of a story that absolutely changed my life. It was my weight loss journey. When I got done playing college football, you know, I was a little excess heavy. I had shoulder surgery and I gained a lot of extra weight. I don't want to blame it all on the surgery. That's the first step. You don't want to blame it on something that it's not. The truth is I was heavy before the surgery, but I did gain extra. The first thing I did was I told myself I want to do something that will help inspire more people. And weight loss was how I was going to do that. I had this whole purpose behind it from the very get-go. So it set me up for success from the very start because of how I was looking at the situation. This wasn't I have to do this for me. I have to do this, you know, just for looking better. It was, I have to do this to inspire more people. I have to prove that it can be done because there's so many people who have given up on it. I have to do this for my family members who have given up on it. I have to do this to bring my best self to my family, my future family. I need to do this for that. This is more important than just me. This is bigger than the moment I am living right now. And I think that aspect of doing something that's bigger than yourself is so easy to lose. And I had an advantage. I was coming just out of college sports. So I had that. But if you've been out of that for a while, that might be hard to remember what it's like. 3 months into my weight loss journey, I had not consistently lost 1 pound. I had not. My water weight was fluctuating up and down. I was doing everything perfect, by the way. Tracking my food, tracking my macros, eating more protein. I was walking consistently every single day, lifting weights 6 days a week yet. I was doing everything perfect. I was meal prepping. You know, my diet was in check. And 3 months went by and I didn't lose a single pound. I would here and there, and then it would go back up the next week. Just think about how taxing that would be on yourself. Now you add in the life you are living already, your kids, your family, the other obligations you have going on, and that is where you're coming from. I did that when I was still in college. I had more free time. I didn't know it then, but I did have more free time. If you have other obligations now, it's going to be even harder. So you stack that on of what you're already trying to do, and it's easy to see why so many people are feeling lost and not in touch with what they want to do. And they almost give up. Because it's going to be hard. How could it not be? You got a lot of things stacked against you, but it's not impossible. Because after that 3 months went by, something crazy happened. I started losing 1 to 3 pounds per week. Just 1 to 3 pounds. Very, very small. Very, very slow. But I told myself I was either going to quit and do what I had always done in the past, or I was going to commit to this thing and just see what happened. And I made that decision to commit. But it wasn't just the one time. It was every single day I started to feel like I wasn't getting progress. I was like, man, should I try something else? Should I look at this other, weight loss program? Should I look at this other workout program? What should I do different? And it was like, no, you committed to this one way. And so I kept doing it. And a few months went by and I started to see, I lost my first 10 pounds and I thought, holy cow, I am getting progress, but it's taking way longer than I thought. And that is the biggest lesson that I've learned almost probably my entire life, is that it's always going to take more work than you think, and it's always going to take more consistently than you think. It's always going to take more time. You have to do what you feel is like perfect just to see minimal results. Because what you're going to find is there is a new level of perfect on the other end of those minimal results, those beginner results. You will find out that there is another level that you just didn't know existed yet. And that's what happened. And once I found that other level, I started to lose more weight. But it was still at a rate of 1 to 3 pounds per week. It just might be a little bit more often where I would get those 3 pounds per week dropped. I started to develop the routine that made it easier so that I could start to work out harder. I could start to, have that diet be something that is sustainable. And a year and a half goes by and I'm down 85 pounds. No weight loss drugs. Just consistent walking, tracking my macros, drinking of water, plenty of water, lifting weights as often as I could, minimal of 3 days a week. And doing this was an absolute life-changing experience. Then I started to think I could apply this to other areas of my life. And I thought, I have it figured out. Weight loss is sort of easy for me now. And that's when I came to a roadblock, because the first thing I attempted, I failed. And you know what I did? I quit. And it wasn't until I did this multiple times that I realized it's just like my weight loss journey. It's going to take longer than I expected. It's going to take what I feel is perfect, consistently, over and over and over and over and over again, before I find that thing that starts to get me some results. And after that, I earn the right to shift into that next gear and start to get more results. And a year and a half down the line, maybe I'm somewhere. If that's true to you, I would appreciate you subscribe to this channel and share this with a friend. I've pivoted this channel to talk more about ranching, the process I'm doing to help family ranchers. But this message was burning inside and I wanted to share it. It's something that was so true to me. It's so meaningful to me because it's how I lost weight. It's how I changed my life. And I know so many people out there want to do the same. I know so many people out there want to live on a ranch, a family ranch. So many people out there want to keep their family ranch and they think they're stuck. They think they're going to lose it. They think they're going to be forced to sell out. But there is a way out. And I believe that if you're watching this video all the way to the end right now, you're going to do something amazing. God has brought you this video for a reason. As always, I appreciate the subscribe and comments. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.